It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Tuesday, the 9th of July. I'm Michael Groff. Record or near record heat will continue for the rest of the week, but good news, yes, a pattern change is looming on the horizon. We will see monsoon moisture returning to the state for increasing chances of showers and thunderstorms, initially over the higher terrain, but even here in the lower deserts, we do expect rain chances to pick up for this weekend. And as the humidity and cloud cover and rain chances come back in, temperatures will come down. Obviously, questions as to where, when, and how much rain there will be, and how far temperatures will drop. Obviously, those are going to be the big forecast challenges over the next 7 days. We'll talk about all of that, everything else, as we dive on in and discuss. Okay. All right, everybody's least favorite part of the video, the almanac from yesterday. 118 degrees was the afternoon high. I know, despite what some people said on social media where they stamp their feet and go, no, it's a conspiracy and all this other stuff that you see. If you ever want to get a laugh and then also get frustrated, just check out the National Weather Service Twitter and some of the responses that they get. Unbelievable stuff there. But anyway, 91 was the morning low temperature. 107 and 84, the averages for this time of year, and that previous record high of 115 degrees from 1985. Yeah, we just shattered that thing. All right, looking outside right now here at 1 p.m., we've got sunny sky, and it's 112 degrees at Sky Harbor. Dew point at 51, humidity 13%, the wind south at 5, the barometer 29.76 inches and falling. Upper level weather pattern across the nation. High pressure is the dominant feature out here in the west. It is sitting just to our west, nosing into Arizona, upper heights around 596 to 597 decameters in the center of that thing, and obviously underneath that with sinking air and relatively dry conditions down at the surface, that just results in very hot temperatures during the afternoon hours. And that's not just here in Arizona. That's up into the Mojave Desert, the Great Basin, the valleys of California, the Pacific Northwest. We've seen record highs broken every day now over the last few days, and we'll continue to see that through at least the end of the week. But this ridge is going to begin to scoot off to the east and northeast, and as it does, the flow aloft will switch from where it is currently out of the northwest to more of an east or southeasterly flow by this weekend, and that should help to bring in at least some moisture. Now, elsewhere across the nation, the remnant circulation of Beryl, that's now moving across Missouri and into Illinois, and that will continue to move to the northeast and up through the Great Lakes in the northeast over the next couple of days. Showers, thunderstorms, heavy rain, and some severe weather associated with that. The watch warning map, some heat advisories over the northeast. We've got flood watches with the remnants of Beryl from Missouri all the way up into the central Great Lakes across Michigan. We've got, of course, out here in the west, the big story, the heat. Excessive heat warnings. They extend from the Pacific Northwest, again, south through California, the Great Basin, the Mojave Desert, and into southern Arizona, including right here in Phoenix. That excessive heat warning is now in effect through 8 p.m. Friday. On top of that, we also have an air quality alert. So again, you respiratory sufferers, as if you'd want to be out in this weather anyway, really advise that you limit your outdoor activity as much as possible. Convective outlook for today, a couple of marginal risks just east of Arizona across parts of New Mexico. The eastern part of the state in the green. There may be an isolated thunderstorm over the eastern mountains of our state in the southeastern corner. But other than that, things should be quiet. We've got the enhanced risk of severe storms again in that with the remnants of Beryl, there could be some isolated tornadoes. Yesterday, there were tornado warnings aplenty with Beryl coming on in. The National Weather Service in Shreveport issued 63 tornado warnings yesterday. 63 tornado warnings. My goodness. All right, here's the convective or the precipitation outlook. This is valid through Tuesday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix about 1/4 to 1/3, just maybe over 1/3 of an inch. Could see up to 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch across east, central, southeast Arizona. Some spots will see more. Obviously, this time of the year, these precipitation outlook maps are very difficult because any one storm can obviously put out a lot more precipitation than what's shown here, but pinning down exactly where those will be is very difficult to do, and that's why this reflects what you'll see on an average basis across these areas. And yes, this does reflect that we will see moisture increasing this weekend and decent chances of rain. We'll talk about that right now as we get to the models, see what the future may hold. Here we go. This is the GFS. It is the 12Z run, and this is valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Remnants of Beryl continuing to move to the northeast. Out here in the west, we've got high pressure. And underneath that, it's an absolute oven, okay? High temperatures this afternoon, 114 to 118. So we could be challenging yet another record high. And even places in Las Vegas, for example, they'll be up at least around 115 this afternoon. You could see highs 105 to 110 up in the northwest plateau of Arizona. We could see easily 120 degrees for some of the southwest deserts of Arizona, southeast California, Death Valley. I'd say anywhere from 125 to 128 this afternoon. It's just going to be scorching, sizzling, baking hot out there. And no real chance of precipitation except across the far eastern part of the state. There may be an isolated thunderstorm in the White Mountains, but even at that, probably more likely we'll just see high-based convection there, meaning lightning and wind and not much in terms of precipitation. For tonight, mostly clear sky and very warm, lows low 80s to low 90s. Tomorrow, it's more the same, 112 to 116 for the afternoon high, sunny sky, dry air, and it's the same story on Thursday. No real change, except we'll introduce more widely scattered showers and storms across parts of eastern and southeast Arizona. The moisture is going to start to push in a little further into the state. This ridge of high pressure is scooting off to the east and takes a position more over Utah by about Thursday and especially Friday. And so again, we'll see widely scattered afternoon and evening showers and storms for the day on Friday. And there's a very outside chance that a stray storm gets into the lower deserts, including Phoenix Friday night. More likely we'd see gusty winds and blowing dust if we see anything at all. But it's still going to just be blazing hot with highs close to 115 for Friday. But Friday sort of represents a transition day because by Saturday, now we've got ridging to the north and northeast of us, and the flow aloft is out of the east and southeast. Moisture really increasing across the area, and signs of an inverted trough approaching as well. And so all of these factors come together to bring in deeper monsoon moisture across most of the state. We'll now see scattered showers and thunderstorms, and some across the lower deserts as well, mainly in the afternoon and evening hours, at least for us. High temperatures will fall back a little bit. Still, this is going to be a tricky forecast because while humidity levels will increase, this ridge is still pretty strong for now. And so we do still expect heat to be a big weather headline, but with increasing humidity, it's just going to feel downright miserable, as if it doesn't already. But then you add in humidity and it's just gross out there. So highs still getting above 110 likely for Saturday. Sunday, we really feel that clouds will further increase, humidity levels further tick upwards, and so do chances of afternoon and evening showers and storms. And the ridge is beginning to weaken, and it's moving further away from us. So a southeasterly flow, we've got this inverted trough that's coming into southern Arizona about this time. And so as a result, I'd say this may be the best chance of showers and storms we have Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. And we've bumped those rain chances up into about the 40% bracket here. That's pretty good considering we really haven't had a good rain event here just yet. We've seen some showers and storms, obviously in late June, but we'd really love to see just a big complex of thunderstorms, just a good soaker of a downpour to break up this heat. And that, I can't say that absolutely will happen, but that does look like it's at least a possibility here Sunday, if not then, maybe Monday. And high temperatures will be trending down here. Again, how much so still remains to be seen. It's really hard to break up this heat, but I do think that with higher humidity levels, more clouds around, that's a possibility. And Monday, Sure looks like high temperatures fall back to around 102 to 107. And they could even be lower than that. I know I've seen some of the weather apps and some of these crazy forecasts that are put out by some of these outfits. They've got highs in the low 90s on Monday. And I'd slow down on that. But no doubt high temperatures will be much lower. And I don't think we're even going to be close to 110 here for Monday. Tuesday, maybe a slight downtrend in the number of showers and storms, especially if Monday is very active. If it's not, Tuesday could be active as well. It's kind of how the monsoon operates. One day is active, and then the next day the atmosphere takes some time for it to sort of recover, and so we'll just see more isolated storm coverage, and then the next day could be busier once again. We'll have to see. All right, this is a week from today, Tuesday, the 16th, and again, it's very interesting. The GFS shows a little inverted trough or upper low here over the southwest. And so if this is right, high pressures, certainly the heights are coming down. High pressure sitting off to the north. And so the flow aloft is more southeasterly. Going out 10 days, Thursday, the 18th. And again, an inverted trough sits to the southwest of us, or an upper low. Hard to forecast these features this far out, but if this is right, that's not a bad setup because high pressure sits to the east. A deep southeasterly flow would be in place, plenty of moisture. Chances of afternoon and evening showers and storms would be with us. In fact, in that kind of a setup, storm chances would be present just about any time of the day, but they would be most numerous in the afternoon and evening hours, and temperatures would be still hot. I mean, that's kind of unavoidable here in Phoenix in the summer, but not nearly as oppressive. In fact, maybe closer to, if not even below average, if this is right. But that's a stretch. Still, we are looking for a better chance of showers and storms as we go deeper into this weekend and through much of next week. Looking at rainfall for Phoenix off the GFS ensemble out through the 23rd of July. Yeah, that's encouraging. The control member is up around an inch. The ensemble mean about a half inch. The European ensemble is, well, it's sort of the Eeyore of ensembles, right? I mean, it says, nah, not so fast. We might only have about a 1/10 to 1/1500ths of an inch, if that. Some members show nothing. But that's been the difference between the GFS and the European so far this season. And quite candidly, the European has proven to be a bit more accurate. But it's not going to hold forever. And we'll see. All right, temperatures off the national blend of models. I mean, there's no way to say it there's no superlatives. There's no other way to describe it. It's just damn hot. And that's how it's going to be for the rest of the week. But this weekend, temperatures do trend down, trending all the way down to about 108. At least that's what the National Blend of Models says. And if that's right, that's still a degree above average for this time of year. But we could see a day or two that's lower than this, especially if we get a really good push of clouds and precipitation, one of these inverted troughs. Again, I talk about those crazy weather apps that have highs in the 90s at some point next week, and I'm not saying that's going to happen, but we all know in the summer there's used to be that was one of those things you could count on, one or two of those days a month that were much cooler. Of course, the trade-off there was they would be miserably swampy and muggy, but hey, I've always said this, I will take 95 degrees. I don't care what the dew point is. Dew point is 75, 95 and 75, fine by me. I'll take that any day over 118. All right, listen, I lived in Florida for over a year, and people say, oh, that must have been so miserable. You must be so happy to be in Phoenix. Listen, I will take Florida weather sans the hurricanes. Okay, no hurricanes. That's the bad part. But in terms of temperatures, I will take 90 degrees and humidity any day over 118. Because why? Well, math is very easy, folks. 118 is greater than 90. If you put something in an oven and you set that oven to 200 degrees versus 400 degrees, what will cook faster? I don't care if you put a bucket of water in there. Look, hotter temperatures are hotter. That's how it works. I don't know. Everybody's different, though. What can I say? All right, that's it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here tomorrow morning. Now, why do I live in Phoenix? Because we don't have hurricanes. We might get a stray tropical system that comes up here, but I don't ever have to worry about, oh, God, I've got to evacuate. Here comes a Category 4. That's why we live here. Also, Florida is a beautiful state in a lot of ways, but it's got a lot of very, very strange people. Way too many strange people. Way more than Arizona does. And so that's why we live here. All right. Anyway, if you enjoy these videos, then be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. And if you really like what we do here, then yes, click that thanks icon below the video, make those monetary contributions, or you can donate directly to me via PayPal. groffshow@gmail.com is the email address. That is GROFFshow@gmail.com via PayPal. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my one and only, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor, sweetchildaz.com.org, and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona, talking about my Michelle. Check her out. Check out her videos. Check out everything Michelle related. It is all linked up down there in the description. I understand Sweet Child AZ has gotten very popular of late, and it should, because it's a great website, great informational website, lots of cool stuff there. Michelle works very hard on that, so do check that out. Also, check out our streaming station, available 24/7, 365 for your listening pleasure. It is called KMGX. We play a ton of music and have a lot of fun with that, too. So, again, all linked up in the description. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. All of your continued support, it is so greatly appreciated. Please be safe. Stay cool. Stay hydrated out there. Just don't go outside at all. That's probably a really good idea if you can help it. And you guys have yourselves a terrific rest of your Tuesday.